Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Private Practice with Soul podcast. This is the first podcast for counsellors that just don't align with the traditional approaches to business and that want to use their spiritual gifts, talents, and interests to create, you guessed it, a private practice with soul. So, look, leave it to me to provide you with everything you need, including strategies that you can use to increase your income, reduce your workload, and of course, increase inquiries and referrals to your beautiful soul-led private practice. I love it so much. If you haven't done it already, grab your journal, grab your pen, and let's begin. Welcome to another episode. Thank you so much for being here. Today, what I'm going to do is respond to a question that came up last week. I'm just going to get stuck in. It's about your Psychology Today profile video. And you know what? I'm so pleased this person asked the question because it's one that comes up a lot. And before I get stuck into it, I just want to say I do have a Psychology Today profile booster kit that's in my inner circle. So you can go and grab that. It's already in there. It's got a template, it's got script, it's got training, all the stuff. So today what I'm going to do though is give you an overview so that you can feel more confident. So go ahead, grab your podcast journal and your pen because you will want to take notes. But as you know as well, I know you love the practical things and I love to share them, but we also love the spiritual side, don't we? So I think, when you're thinking about your Psychology Today profile, it can feel a little bit daunting. And I think the reason that so many of us don't do them is because we get in our own heads and we think, oh, I don't look good on camera and I'm so nervous and I'm going to fluff it up and nobody's going to watch it and people will laugh. And, we say all this really helpful stuff to ourselves, don't we? And it gets in the way, actually, of getting a referral. And the statistics show that, when it comes to making a decision for clients between profiles that have videos and ones that don't, the ones that get the videos, no matter how bad you might think they are, get more inquiries than ones that don't. And so that's one of the reasons why it's so important. I mean, Psychology Today is a marketing platform. So you're always marketing in your private practice, but if you want to get results and you're in some of the groups like Counsellors Connect or you're in the ACPO group, and you see other people saying what a raving success they're having and they're getting, multiple inquiries all the time, but you aren't. It could be because you don't have a video and they do. It could be that simple. So let's get this sorted out for you. I think the first thing to do is remember what your intention is. So there's some work to do for some of us around our marketing mindset. That needs to be done first. To work on your marketing mindset, my guidance would be tune in to your heart space, to your soul space, to your higher consciousness or guidance or source energy, and remember why you want to get this message out to the world, right? Think about your client. Think about, they're missing out if they don't know who you are and what you're doing and they can't connect with you. You and I both know that we're in the business of relationships. And if we have a video compared to text, a video is a much better way for us to start to build that relationship, don't you think? So the beginning step is to check in with your marketing mindset. Now, if you need help with this, jump into the Success Hub or the Inner Circle, join our live coaching calls, and we can work through it. There's also a whole bunch of resources there in the libraries for you. The other thing is, as I said, just connect back with your soul and your purpose for why it's important for you to build this connection with your potential clients before they even ring up and book in for a session or book in for an inquiry call if you're doing those, okay? The next thing to do is I would absolutely, if you get stuck with any of that, link into or connect with your practices that do give you reliable guidance. For example, I know many of you do use your oracle cards. And I would absolutely recommend, if you still are in your head about this a little bit, I would recommend you draw a card and use that, and maybe take an action step for yourself from that card. And that can help you. It can really help you, because sometimes we just don't see things for ourselves. And having something at hand, like a deck of cards that you really enjoy working with, or that you're open to working with, can help you see things in a different way. And sometimes that can create the shift that you need to feel more comfortable doing things like putting yourself out there and being visible. Okay, so maybe try that too. So now let's move on to the masculine side of things here. I want to give you some structure around this. So I guess first off, we need to look at, why do we need to have one? And there are 3 reasons. Of course, we've already mentioned one. One of the reasons we want to have a video is because it really helps to build rapport with our potential audience and our clients, right? They start to get to see who we are. They might start to feel a connection with us. And this is, like one of the very, very early steps in what could be a beautiful therapeutic alliance. Okay, so that's one reason to have one. The other reason is we kind of want to give our clients a sneak peek of what it might be like to work with us. And for that reason, I think it's really important that, if you have a therapy space, that you film it in the therapy space. If you're working from home, in your home study like I do, and you do all online work, that's fine too. Do it in your study. Like, give them a sense of, this is a preview of what it's going to be like when we work together. We will have this video call and you'll see this same background or whatever it is. So we want to kind of give them a little bit of a preview. And I think that's so important, because they get a chance to see more about our space. Like, what does she have on the wall? What are on the bookshelves? Are there any certificates hanging up? Are there plants there? Are there toys there? Is there crystals there? Is there a sand tray there? Like, do you know what I mean? Give them a sneak peek so that it demystifies what they're getting themselves into, because a lot perhaps of potential clients might have all kinds of ideas about what therapists do and what counsellors do, and what our space looks like. So just demystify it, and that's going to really help settle people down as well. And of course, the third reason is because the algorithm really responds so favorably to a video. When you have videos, they tend to get ranked more highly on the Psychology Today website. So when people come to search for you, the algorithm will send out profiles, or to potential clients that have videos in over ones that don't. Plus, Psychology Today has amazing SEO, search engine optimization. So if you have a video, again, this is really going to help you be found just without you doing anything extra. It's just the algorithm behind the scenes giving you rewards by letting more people see your profile than if you don't have one. So that's really, really cool. And, pro tip here, if you do have a website, absolutely link your Psychology Today profile to your website, because it will mean you get even more traffic coming over to your website. Plus, Google gives you more rewards in terms of reach, organic reach, which means you don't have to pay for an ad. If you have people stay on your page for longer. So if you've got a 15 or 20-second video on your Psychology Today profile, that's going to mean that people will stay on your page for 15 or 20 seconds longer. And that's going to be rewarded. So it's like winning, 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 even for a bad video. Okay. So, okay. Next thing. What do you actually say on this video? And I know this can be really daunting. So let me give you some tips. You don't have long, okay? So tip number 1, don't include anything that they can read. All right. If you've already said, I'm a qualified and I've been doing this for 25 years and I had a personal journey, don't repeat that in your intro video. Okay. What you want to do is really just speak to your audience. And I want you to really just imagine like there's one thing you want them to know. And this is really about fostering connection, okay? The other thing, and I've got scripts for that in the groups, as I said before, so I won't go into it again now. But there's also a few other things to do apart from not repeating the information you've already included in the profile. For example, if you have a special or unique approach to therapy, maybe you're doing walk and talk therapy. Why don't you do your video where you do the walk and talk? Let's see you outside in nature walking and talking. If you do play therapy or sand tray therapy, let's look at what you use. Like what could I expect? What does a sand tray even look like? Include one. Like, show me what it is on the video. Talk to me about it. And when I'm saying speak with your audience, I'm asking you to remember, if you're speaking to children, it's going to be one way, adolescents and teens and young people another way, couples another way. To give you an example, maybe if it's, back in the day when I was working with children, a lot of the children that I was working with, 6-7 years ago, were loving Minecraft. Now, it's been a long time since I've worked with children, but back in the day, that was the big thing. So what I would have done then, if that was still my focus and I was still working with children, I might have done something like wear a Minecraft t-shirt on my ad and, been speaking to the children. And I would have wanted the children to feel like a connection with me because straight away they know I'm into Minecraft. I can't remember what the other one was, but yeah, probably wouldn't wear Call of Duty. But you get the idea. Another thing might be if you work with, say, adolescents, or young people, and most of your audience come from TikTok, why not use a TikTok filter? Record it on TikTok, download it and upload it to your Psychology Today profile. It's going to get noticed, but it's also relatable because that's what they like to watch and that's what they like to see. And no, you don't need to dance, but I'm just saying, use a filter that's going to resonate with them, okay? If it's mums that you're talking to, maybe you're filming yourself as you're packing school lunches in the morning, okay? So something that they can see in the video that's relatable, that they're going to understand, okay? If you're like me and, you have an abundance of crystals and you have an abundance of, oracle cards and you've got all this sort of stuff, find ways to incorporate those into your video. So we want to just give them a sneak peek again, like that preview of, hey, this is who she is, or this is who they are, and this is what they're about. You're sort of showing, not telling, okay? And another thing that you can do is teach something really, really quickly. So maybe you might want to give them an affirming statement, like an affirmation. Hey, mums, here's a statement for you, work with this for the day and then come back and let me know how you went with it. Here it is. Or visit my website and go and grab the free guide on, blah, blah, blah. Give them something to do. Something else, you might do really quick breathing technique. You might give them a really quick, working mum mantra, or something like that. If it's children, you might give them like a superhero statement or whatever it is that's going to help them, okay? But what we're doing is we really are building that connection without words. This is just the imagery. So even if they're watching us with the sound off, they'll be feeling like we are their person, or just as importantly, we are not their person. Okay, you have to be able to respond to both things the same. It's equally as good if somebody opts in to work with us because they love what we're doing, like they love Minecraft. But also, if a child or young person sees the Minecraft video and goes, oh, that's so lame, I'm too old, I'm 8 years old, I'm too old for Minecraft, I don't want to work with that person, that's great too. Like, they're both good outcomes, yeah, because you want to be calling in people that you really love to work with. So I'm just giving you examples here. The other thing to do is maybe You can record a super quick reel on Instagram, use the captions feature and caption your little video, and then upload that to your Psychology Today profile. And the benefit of that is that it doesn't require volume for the person who's listening. So sometimes, well, I imagine a lot of the time, people probably don't want to be scrolling through a whole lot of therapists talking away because maybe they don't want to be heard. Maybe they don't want mum and dad to hear. Maybe they don't want their partner to hear. Maybe they don't want their employer to hear, whatever. So, give yourself a leading edge advantage by having the option for them to not have to risk being overheard if that's something that they're trying to avoid, by putting some subtitles on it. Okay, nobody does this, so it's just another way that you can stand out. And then just a few quick tips for using your devices. You can absolutely record this on Zoom if you wanted to, and then just upload it. So if you're doing online stuff, feel free to do that. If you're walking and talking, I would recommend being outdoors when you do it. If you're in your therapy space, amazing. When you go to record though, record in front of a window. This will put natural light on your face, which will just, make the whole video so much better. If you don't have natural light, it's not a problem. Just use one of those ring lights. And then what else can I tell you? Don't hold the phone. If you can find something to prop the phone up against, that's much better than us seeing your arms and shoulders holding a phone. If you could use a selfie stick, you could prop it up. I used to prop mine up on books all the time. You can do that. You can use a tripod. I've got a tripod now. I think you can get tripods now, all over the place. You might want to go Reject Shop or Kmart or something, grab yourself a tripod. You just keep it steady, and it means that it's just going to look like you'll be free to move. Move your arms, move your body, move your head, etc., which you can't do if you're holding a phone. And the other thing is, when you are recording, just a little tip, always have the phone just a little bit above eye level. Sometimes, I see it a lot actually, sometimes people are holding the phone and they hold it down sort of, like low, like it's a line from their chin. Imagine drawing, imagine how we make the sign of a beard, how we draw down from our chin. Some people hold the camera down there, and what we see is double chins, and it's just not a nice angle. So always have the camera at forehead height. Okay, make sure it's at the height of your forehead, and that will lift your eyes just a little so that we're not getting your double chin and we're getting you, from it's like a best angle. Okay, it's going to just look so much better. And if you don't believe me, experiment holding it down low and record yourself, and then put it up at forehead height and see how you go. You'll notice a difference. Okay, I think that's about it. So, yeah, I hope that this was helpful, and I hope that this gives you some ideas. The other thing too would be to write out a little overview for yourself of a couple of things. I mean, you've only got 15 or 20 seconds, so don't introduce yourself. You don't need to say who you are and what your practice is. They're precious seconds that you're going to lose. If it's in your text on your profile, it should not be in your video. Okay, the video you can just dive straight in, teach them something, direct them to download something. I don't know, you know what I mean? Like I've said, a mantra, an affirmation, a breathing technique, a word of wisdom. Maybe you want to, like, thinking about the main problem of your clients, maybe you want to say something to them like that normalizes their experience, like you're not alone. You're exactly where you need to be. Something like that, like try and normalize the experience that they're having and give them some kind of hope, or some kind of practical thing to do. So that's that. And then when you've done it and you've uploaded it, you can, just forget about it for 6 months. You don't have to look at it again. I would refresh the videos at least twice a year, just for algorithm and keeping it fresh and stuff like that. You could test a couple of videos if you wanted to. You could keep one up for a month, take it down and then put another one up for a month and compare and see which one got the most inquiries. And then just keep running the one that got the most inquiries. That's what we call, very complicated, I know, but it's what we call A/B testing, where we're testing video A against video B, and we're going to stick with the one that does the best. All sounds very technical, but it's not. So you could do a little A/B test for yourself and see what you like the most. Okay, so I hope this was super duper helpful. As I said, if you're in the Success Hub or the Circle, you'll have, I can't remember which group they're in, but you'll have templates and script templates and things like that as well. So don't worry, we'll get you through your video. It's absolutely normal to stress out about what to say and, what if I say the wrong thing? Don't worry about it. I think you'll find your audience are very, very forgiving, just like you are very forgiving of me when I make stuff up on my podcast. So people will understand you're human. Don't worry if you make mistakes. All right? Hope this was super duper helpful. Have an amazing day, and I can't wait to see your videos. Bye. I hope that you loved this episode as much as I loved putting it together for you. To get more resources to help you in your private practice, head over to Instagram. My handle is @theprivatepracticecoach. And also, if you want more inquiries and referrals for your business, let me know. I have a program called Clients on Demand that opens every quarter, and I can absolutely get you some information for that as well. You are doing an amazing job. Thank you for sharing your gifts with the world. Bye.